In 1944, in a Nazi death camp, Nazi scientist Klaus Schmidt witnesses a young Erik Lensherr bend a metal gate with his mind when he is separated from his parents. Later in his office, Schmidt orders Erik to move a coin on his desk and kills the boy's mother when Erik could not. In his grief and anger, Erik magnetic power manifests, killing 2 guards and destroying the room. Meanwhile, at a mansion in Westchester County, New York, a young telepathic Charles Xavier meets young shapeshifter Raven, whose natural form is blue scaly skin. Overjoyed to meet someone with special abilities like himself, he invites her to live with his family as his foster sister. In 1962, Erik is tracking down Schmidt while Xavier graduates from the University of Oxford. In Las Vegas, CIA officer Maura McTaggart follows U.S. Army Colonel Henry into the Hellfire Club, where she sees Schmidt, now known as Sebastian Shaw, with mutant telepath Emma Frost, cyclone-producing Riptide, and teleporter Azazel. Threatened by Shaw and teleported by his ageless of the Joint War Room, Henry advocates deployment of nuclear missiles in Turkey. Shaw, an energy-absorbing mutant, whose powers have slowed his aging, later kills Henry. McTaggart, seeking Xavier's advice on mutation, takes him and Raven to the CIA, where they convince Director McCown that mutants exist and Shaw is a threat. Another CIA officer sponsors the mutants and invites them to the secret Division X facility. McTaggart and Xavier find Shaw as Erik is attacking him and rescue Erik from drowning. While Shaw escapes, Xavier brings Erik to Division X, where they meet young scientist Hank McCoy, who believes Raven's DNA may provide a cure for their appearance. Xavier uses McCoy's mutant locating device Cerebro to seek recruits against Shaw. Xavier and Erik recruit stripper Angel Salvador, cabbie Armando Munoz, army prisoner Alex Summers, and runaway Sean Cassidy. They all create nicknames, and Raven dubs herself Mystique. When Frost meets with the Soviet general in the USSR and uses her telepathic powers to pretend to have sex with him, Xavier and Erik capture Frost and discovered that Shaw intends to start World War III that will trigger mutant descendants and the extinction of the human race. Azazel, Riptide, and Shaw attack Division X, killing everyone but the mutants, whom Shaw invites to join him. Salvador accepts when Summers and Munoz retaliate. Shaw kills Munoz. In Moscow, Shaw compels the general to have the USSR install missiles in Cuba. Wearing a helmet that blocks telepathy, Shaw follows the Soviet fleet in the submarine to ensure the missiles breaking U.S. blockade. Raven, thinking McCoy is attracted to her in her natural form, tells him not to use the cure when she later attempts to seduce Erik by taking the forms of various women. Erik tells her she is beautiful just the way she is, in her natural mutant form. McCoy uses the cure on himself, but it backfires, giving him a beast-like face and lion-like fur. With McCoy piloting the X-Jet, mutants, and McTaggart heads to the blockade line, where Xavier uses his telepathy to influence a Soviet sailor to destroy the ship carrying the missiles, and Erik uses his magnetic power to lift Shaw's submarine from the water and deposit it ashore. During the ensuing battle, Erik seizes Shaw's helmet, allowing Xavier to immobilize Shaw. Erik tells Shaw he shares his exclusivist view of mutants, but to avenge his mother, Erik kills Shaw despite Xavier's objections by forcing the Nazi coin from his childhood through Shaw's skull. Fearing the mutants, both fleets fire missiles at them, which Erik turns back in mid-flight due to their metallic nature. McTaggart tries to stop Erik by shooting him, but he deflects the bullets. One such bullet hits Xavier in the spine. Erik rushes to help Xavier, and the distraction allows the missiles to fall harmlessly into the ocean. Parting with Xavier over their differing views on the relationship between mutants and humans, Erik leaves with Salvador, Azazel, Riptide, and Mystique. Later, a wheelchair-bound Xavier and his mutants are at the mansion where he intends to open a school for mutants. McTaggart promises never to reveal his location, and they kissed. During the kiss, Xavier uses his powers to erase her memories of their connection. Elsewhere, Erik frees Frost from her prison and tells her he prefers to be called Magneto. If you like my video, please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.